Etymology is fascinating to me, and also words and language generally I'm really interested in. And when we are talking about our voice, what we think of our voices, how we relate to or describe our voices, I'm always really interested in the language that we choose to employ to describe that, because it can often reveal really interesting emotional elements that might not necessarily be obvious from first exploration, but when we get into the choice of words that we use, we can start to kind of healthily question and challenge, well, what does it mean for you? What does that word mean for you? And what weight does that hold? And I just wanted to look at Reconnect, because that is the title that I've chosen to give this upcoming challenge. It'll be running at the end of this month. And yeah, going to the Latin, the prefix re meaning again or back, and the root connectere meaning to join or fasten. So to establish a connection or link again after it has been interrupted or broken, to join something together again once more. And this one feels really relevant to the vocal exploration piece, to re-establish a communication channel or relationship. And yeah, just to bring that idea in, that we might feel that something is disrupted or that we've lost touch with it, but this part that we are striving to bring back into focus or to be able to hear again, it's still there and it is still very much a part of us. And I think that whole approach is something that I inherently work with, that principle or understanding when it comes to exploring voice, because if we are not careful in the way that we are inviting that exploration, it can almost create this sense of like, oh, this tool or this exercise will give you something that you don't have, or allow you access to something that you didn't have before. And while there's an element of that speaks directly to tools or exercises that can facilitate discovery or being able to reach something that feels that like there's a newness there, or a deeper level of awareness or understanding that uncovers another layer or facet of our expression. It's the care around how we frame that actually for the individual, so that it's a reminder that, well, this is about you and your voice and your exploration and your existing template and ideas and energy and expression, and the things that you already have to say, or the things that you've maybe put on hold that are kind of waiting for that space to be explored. So I like this idea of reconnection, because that is also then placing that power in the individual to be able to titrate. If I'm going to explore this exercise and step into this space of discovery and curiosity, then it's about how how much am I able to hold, and how deeply do I want to go into this practice? How much energy do I want to work with, and what is my capacity at this time to be met with whatever does arise? So then that becomes actually woven into the choice around what feels good and what feels safe, so that the experience then, although is being facilitated or held by someone else who's offering a particular approach, it's the individual that is actually given that opportunity to say, okay, yeah, there's maybe something here that feels like it's not had any nurture or any quality of listening for some time, and that actually might feel quite vulnerable, and therefore I'm going to approach this invitation to explore with maybe a kind of tentative, very gentle, nurturing way of listening to myself and my needs, and documenting what comes up through the process. And I think that is important, especially if we have had, a break or a period away from working with tools related to voice that, they have that potential to really reach those places. And we should get to decide, as we're engaging with an exercise, where we want to go with it, so that it feels that there's an element of control there, in how we're engaging with it. So reconnect.